Hey, welcome back to Papa's Custom Cars. We're back on the Nova and back to finishing up what little bit we have to do on this panel. One of the things that I did notice is all those screw holes that I drilled actually held this really well in place. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and drill a few more around here, especially over here at the other side where it's still loose. And that'll give us a good place to tack weld these the edges that are loose. Like this area up in here, I'm gonna have to grind all this off, really get in here and try to reform this so that it sits a lot flatter. But that way we can get this finished, all done, ground down, and then just keep moving our way across. Once we're done with that, we can shoot primer on it. We're good to go from there. Then we'll attack the rails. We're not going to paint this until we get all of this cleaned up, because otherwise the garbage from here or here will cross-contaminate the whole thing, and we really don't need that. We do need to pull these motor mounts off. I've got brand new ones behind me, as you can maybe see over there. And that way everything here is going to be all brand new, including our control arms and everything. Braking system, we're going to put in the slotted and drilled. And then, of course, everything here has got to be painted black to match. And then this, of course, is all painted blue. So let's get to work. We got a lot to do here to get this finished up. Now all I'm going to do is go through the first sheet. I'm not going into the second sheet, so I'll go between all of the spots I've got to do now. Here is real good. But what this will end up doing is acting just like spot welds. It'll hold everything down. There's a little spot right there that's going to need it. So I'll go between these two. And I'm going a little bit lower than the rest of them. And definitely need some in here too. This whole area's got a concave on this panel itself, and I think if I can get something in here behind it, I can bang it out maybe. I don't know if I can get a hammer in there. Let's see. Get much of a swing on it though. Playing down, playing right on the crease, so that's a good thing. In through here it's sticking out, but like I said, this is bent in. There's an indent in there, along with all these multiple panels, so it's hard to right in through here. And that's because there's a layer, and then there's another layer on top of it underneath here. So most of this is going to hide what the seam sealer looks like. Closer than we were, let's put it that way. So what I need to do is go ahead and start moving across with the welds, because the panel is butting right up against it, so that's nice. So I just need to start from over here where it's real well. It's real good over here, and then just start moving my way across with these little spots. So let me put a couple more holes in there, and then we'll grab the welder and start hitting these little spots. There's an area right there. Just pushing right here, pushes that right up against it. Here we're good. Good panel bonding behind here. You definitely want to put one right here. In this area, I'm going to have to grind it out because I tore it up when I was trying to fix it. Ended up messing up the weld worse. So yeah. So at least that'll get us going. So we'll put our drill over here for now. So I just realized I didn't turn on the camera, but I was going through here, tacking up a lot of these little spots and messing with the electricity and such to make sure that, give me 1 second, make sure nothing's smoking underneath the dashboard. There. But making sure that everything's all copacetic. So most of it I got to lay down real well. This is all laying down real well. Not a problem. Of course, I've made a big old mess up with my welding, but hey, that's what a grinder's for. Better to have too much than too little, I say. So what we're going to do is take a little break, go grab something to eat, and I'll come back after a little while and start doing the rest of this panel. I've got a lot of them yet to do, and I got a few mistakes that I made last time I was welding that I got to fix. So I'll be back with you in just a little bit. We're going to clean up a few of these spots real quick. See how bad it is. I do need to get another extension for my air hose. So give me a minute. Get some air power. I just want to hit it with a grinder here real quick. See where everything's at. Just going to use a standard flat disc. Rust from the steps really got all over the place here. Compressor's turned on. Be back in a little bit. Gotta let the compressor catch up. I forget you can't run the compressor and the heater at the same time. So shut down the heat, let the compressor build up, and we'll come back to this in a minute. It is cleaning up pretty good. So it got real hard there in the end because I didn't have any air pressure.
A few minutes later.
All down. Just welding up these holes and we'll be done. Set it on automatic again. I keep making it worse. Yeah, I definitely made that one worse. Take the low ones because it's hard to see them. That feels a lot sturdier than it did before, I'll give you that much. Fill these on the bottom and we will be done. There's a hole here, but it goes all the way through. I don't want to mess with it. Same with that one down there. We'll come at it from the back, I'm thinking. Figure it out. This one completely. too. I don't know what's behind that one. I don't think anything is. Doesn't feel like anything is. Glare from the lights has it completely blocked from me, so I can't see it. We're going to go ahead and call it a day. Pick back up on Wednesday. So again, working with the sheet metal is not an easy task because it's the sheet metal heats up and melts quick. Even though I've got it turned way down, it's still blowing very, very small holes in it. Again, I'm not used to this welder at all. This is the first time I'm ever using it, except for playing with it, on the welding table. But that really doesn't show you anything about how the welder is going to act. Again, like I've said in the past, this welder is 10 times better than the other one that I had. It's probably 100 times better. This welder works really, really well. So a lot of this that you'll see me grinding off, you're not going to see it anyway. The seam setter is going to run about a 1 inch, ½ inch on each side. And then, if you really wanted to take this to the next level, you could completely body work this and bond it, or filler or something. I would probably use a fiberglass filler out here. But for the most part, it's laying very flat. The whole top, since I hit all those little spots, and along here at the bottom, you notice it's not wiggling anymore anywhere. This one I kind of seamed it in, so these extra holes definitely added some to it. And when you hit it, it's solid, especially with these beads in it. So it is working well, most definitely. I'm thinking right here I may put a washer in behind it. I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do. It's not like it's bad or anything, but it might be better. We'll see how it goes as we go. And I'll probably put in for Wednesday off, and that way I can work a little bit more on this. I really want to get at least this firewall completely cleaned up, and then start attacking the frame horns, because I've got new stuff to put all in here, and I don't want to mess around with this old stuff. I want to get this all cleaned up and done so that it can be finished and I can move on to the next step. But
A few minutes later.
okay, let's get these little bitty ones cleaned up, shall we? We got to come back and re-weld this one because it's a little bit loose. Sometimes doing something makes it worse than better.
Hey man, how the hell you doing? I've been just fine, living life with the noose, and in my mind, all I hear is music. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. I feel like everyone's a stranger. Small talk with your narcissistic neighbor. She's real hot, but they said to never date her.
The only thing that happened with all this, everything up here tightened nice, this came in nice, this came in nice, but all this movement over here broke this one loose. So I am going to have to put a couple of welds in here. I just got to get it all close enough. It may have also been me messing with this one. Might have brought it out. So that's the thing with welding, is you can warp the panel enough to where it's going to come off and on. But yeah, that should do it for now. I got almost all of them filled. There are some little pinholes and stuff, and I need to go back and grind a little bit more. But I don't want to grind too much. This is only, this is basically automotive. This is basically automotive sheet metal, so I don't want to go crazy on it. It's real easy to warm up. As you can see, there's some hot spots everywhere. So we'll come back at this this week. It is the holiday weekend. Not sure what the plans for the family are yet, but hopefully we can get in here and get some seam sealer put, or not some seam sealer put on this, get this all sealed up and done, and then we can move to the other side and start cleaning that up. And once that's done, when we come back to these frame horns, once we've got all this done and ready, we're going to start pulling apart this front end and put out some nice frame parts. So with that, like, share, subscribe. If you do Again, this is the Azzuno welder that I'm using. I think it's down to $239. It's really, really cheap. But it's a really good welder in comparison to what I'm used to using, let's put it that way. And from the reviews I've seen, it works real well. So again, with that, like, share, subscribe. See you next week.